Hi, I'm Rick, Cooking with Rick. Stories about food. And today I'm going to do an interesting food, which has become one of the hottest foods now for kids in a number of years. It's called macaroni and cheese, but they call it mac and cheese, and I'll allow that. But I won't, I'm not going to call chicken parm, but I will call mac and cheese. So I'm going to do my version of macaroni and cheese. The only thing I knew about macaroni and cheese, Kraft made this product called Velveeta. Here it is. I got some of it anyway. I cut some, and I got a piece there. They used to have a TV show when I was a kid. It was called the Kraft Hour, and they used to make these different recipes with Kraft products. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was fun. So I used to watch it, but it was kind of what we would call being Italian American, and the Italian slang was Medagan. I don't know where that came from. The story is there was a lot of Italian words that had Italians forgotten, like my mother in particular, and she would put an English translation to it. So. The classic one is the bacals. I always thought that was bathroom, but it was actually in back of the house, so they would put it together as bacals. I thought that was cool. There was a lot of other ones that they did. But I used to have a friend of mine, my friend Joey, who I grew up with, who I've known since I've been, I guess, 3 years old, Joe LaRosa. Mr. Cool. I love him. Anyway, we used to do this thing about what different words that they came up with. And he once came up with the one where his dad said he was going, all meeting. He said, well, what all meeting? What is that? It says a meeting. Well, you got to be there to appreciate it. Anyway, but those were the fun things. Anyway, we called the white bread Medagan bread. It was just whatever. Anyway, so Kraft used to make all these, as I would say, Medagan meals. And they made mac and cheese. I don't know if they're the ones who created it, but it's now unbelievable. The kids love it. And if it's done right, it's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my version of it. And I'll use one of those disposable pans and go from that. First thing you need to do is get some, first thing you need to do is get some water. And I got a pot going with water, and I'm going to turn the flame on, right? But I'm going to help it out a bit. I'm putting in vegetable stock. So I got some vegetable stock here, unsalted. Yeah, cool. Let's open it up, right? I'm not putting it in with the cheese, but I'm putting it with the macaronis. So we here, just dump it in here. The macaroni that I'm using is the elbows. So what you'll do with this is you'll cook these macaronis till about, it says 10, 11 minutes, just al dente. So what I'll probably do is cook it for about, I guess, I'm sorry, it says 7 minutes. Oh, did I say 10? All right, so 7 minutes. So I'll probably cook it for about 5 minutes. Got it here, right? And we need to put some salt into that. And I have some sea salt, and we'll just pop some. And the thing about macaroni's being very plain, so you do have to put a lot of salt into it. So I got some sea salt going in here, and it's going to, we'll cook up, and we'll see what happens. I got this little bowl here. So we're going to start mixing the cheese mixture. And I think they take about, 25, 30 minutes. At 325, 350. I'll probably do it 325. I'm at my daughter's house, and she has an electric stove, which drives me crazy, but the stove top is electric, so you really can't control it as well as you can with gas, but that's the way they're doing it now. So and she's allowing me to mess up her kitchen, so hey, I can't complain. Although she will see this complaint. Actually, one of my granddaughters is playing lacrosse today, so she's gone. And I have another one here. Maybe I can get her to sneak her into the video. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And I had the other one. I did pizza, and I had her, and she got in the video. It was fun, you know. So, you know, you kind of run out of one-liners, but interesting day or days here. I spent some time in the Rochester market. If you ever get a chance and you're up in the Rochester area, go to that market. I think it's open now on Thursdays and Saturdays. I understand now they're starting to be open up on a Tuesday. I've been trying to promote myself there, but they got a kitchen, and maybe I can do some of that. We'll see if that works out. But hey, things to do, you know. I mean, I think the vets will get a little tired of me after a while, so I had to back off a little bit there and do some other stuff. And hey, you know what? It's fun doing videos and just telling whatever's going on with myself, right? Anyway, we'll start on this, and we'll see how it works out. Okay, I start getting the cheese mixture here. I have some virgin olive oil. I'll just put some into this bowl, just a little bit. All right. Then I have some unsalted butter, and it's the whipped butter. So I have some of that. I'm just going to. So not to strictly make this lametta, as they say, let's put some mozzarella cheese in here, all right? So I have some mozzarella cheese, and I'll just put it in here. What I'm going to do is cut it up. Put some pieces. And I'm just going to cutting this. Probably you're better off buying the shredded mozzarella, but you know, I didn't do that, so I got what I got, right? And I have the butter in here, right? And we're just kind of mixing it up. This time when I went up to my daughter's, I didn't bring just about everything but the kitchen sink up. Normally I bring a lot of my equipment with me. It's like a carpenter. I mean, if a carpenter's doing a job or something like that, they bring their own tools, you know. But, I don't know, I'm a little lazy. Maybe I didn't think I was going to do it. And also a lot of times you kind of insult people when you come to their house with all this equipment. Well, no, I'm not insulting my daughter, but, you know, it's just something that you should do. You should have your... Actually, I think what I need to do from now on is just study what I'm going to cook and find out what tools I'm going to need and go from there, right? All right, so what we're doing is cutting this a little bit, all right? Cut some of that mozzarella. I do have some cheese grater here, so that'll help, but I cut this a bit, all right? And what we'll do is take the Velveeta and mix it into the macaroni, the rest of the macaroni and cheese. I have my two buddies here, Scout and Bailey, and they're just waiting for me to make some kind of mistake and drop something. Now and you can hear the water starting to boil over there, right? Help it a little bit. I'm going to put some half and half in here. Not a lot, just a little. All right. We do have some pecorino romano, so I'm going to put a little bit of that in here. No, not a lot, just a little. All right. I do have parsley. I don't know if I want to put the parsley in there because I don't know if we need to show the green. You know, so let's just mix it. Okay, what I'm going to do now is we'll light the stove here, right? I still have some of my espresso coffee here. And I'm going to put some butter. We'll put some butter into this. A little bit of butter. Meanwhile, the water's starting to boil on the other side. You can see, I don't know if you can see that. We have a little bit of, so when that'll start. All right. So we have this going. So what we want to do is we add a little bit of oil to it. Not a lot, just a little bit of olive oil. You get that going. Put some olive oil in there, all right? A little bit. And let's put in some elbow macaronis. Now, the elbow macaroni should be in for about, I don't know, I guess maybe five minutes. You know, you don't want to splash them in. That's a pound. We're doing a pound of these, all right? Okay. Now, we have this set here. Now, let's get my wooden spoon. This, right? All right, we want to mix this here. Then I do have some half and half, which I'm going to put in here, and then I'll put the flour to develop a roux. What we'll do with it is put the cheese mixture in here and go from that. So now the macs are going. So the macs should go for, I guess, I don't know, 5 minutes. And let me set a timer here. We're stirring this a bit, so let's put some half and half in here again. All right, not a lot, just a little. All right, and that's kind of just sieve up. And let's get the flour. I have a flour mixture here, so we'll start putting a little bit of flour in here. Not a lot, just you want to develop this roux. And we'll stir this. So we want to get it like I did here, but you know, remember the mess, you know. Put a little more half and half in here. Let's put some half and half in. There you go. Yeah. A little salt. And we have some black pepper. Not a lot. Black pepper, you know, just to give it a little bit more of a look, right? And we'll put some more pecorino romano in here. All right, and now we just keep stirring this. I'm gonna get rid of some of these lumps. It's getting nice and thick, as you see this, right? Keep stirring this here. All right, now that everything is mixed together, let's put the cheese mixture in there. Just, you know, pour it in little by little. Just get everything out of the bowl and put it in. And just as you get it in there, then you'll have to start stirring it. Just mix it in with the roux and just keep turning it and keep turning it. You know, and I don't know. It's really thick. I might have to lighten it up a bit by adding some more some milk to it, and we'll see how that turns out. Okay. A little more half and half in here. Let's put some half and half in. There you go. Okay, it looks good. It's ready to go. First thing you do is make sure you clean up around the pan. You know, and always make sure you clean. Okay, let's time the macaronis are ready to go. Do is we want to put it into the what they call the scolabassa. This is it. So it's a strainer. So we just have this in the sink here, and I do have a bowl here that I'm going to mix everything into. All right, just strain them. Pretty simple. Got it, right? And shake them. Why you shake them is because there is having here elbow's got a hole in the macaroni, so you know it'll start to water will accumulate. All right. So we shake it out. All right. So let's just pour a little bit in here. Not much, you know, like that. What we'll do is turn this off. All right. And just pour some in here. Just a little bit of that, right? And put it back onto the stove, all right? and just mix it in. So while we're doing that, we have this disposable. All right. So what we want to do first is turn the oven on, and I guess put the oven at I don't know, bake. We'll do it at 350 at first. So that's at 350. Now, you know, we won't put it in. We'll cook it at 325. So as I'm stirring this here, I need to put some butter in here. So I do have some butter, and I ran out of room. Why did I run out of room? Because I'm not too organized today, Rick. Right? Okay, a little some of that butter in there. All right. Let's make some room here. All right. Okay, and what we do with the butter is just, you know, rub it around. You know, it's still unsalted butter we're using. We're not using the salted stuff, okay? Okay. Let's just throw some of these Macs into here, all right? There we go. And what do we have? We have the rest of them. So let's pour them in. All right. And let's take this here, and let's put the rest of the cheese in here. All right. Just mix it all up here, right? Now let's just put it into this. So I'll just put this here and see. Actually, maybe I'll put some more of the Parmesan cheese and just sprinkle it on the top, all right? You know, I didn't know I was a vegetarian on Wednesdays when I was a kid, and Fridays. My mom, you know, she didn't eat meat on Wednesday and Fridays. Two things. I think it was to save a couple of bucks, and she was pretty religious. So Lent was, you couldn't eat meat on a Wednesday, and you couldn't eat on a Friday. You know, whatever. You know. So she figured this out. All right, that's pretty cool. All right. So now what we need is a little bit of breadcrumbs store, and it's pretty good. So let's do this. Not a lot. You want it to get a crust on the top of this. So we're going to put it in, and for about, I guess, 15, 20 minutes. Make sure everything looks good. That's a pound of macaronis. Okay, we'll put it in the oven at 325 for about, I got 20 minutes. Will probably work out really great. That means it's done. Or dish towel. Use dish towels to get it, all right? That looks pretty good, right? And see what we think. I think I like it. I think Mikey likes it. Remember that commercial? Wow. All right. So I'm going to take a little bit of this out. Bella came over because she wants to try it too. Sorry, Bella. Here we go. You know what? I like it. Well, if you like what you see, please subscribe. You know, Cooking with Rick123. I'm going to have a little bit of wine and salute everybody. As they say in Italian, salute for Ciandan. Good luck for 100 years. And hey, thanks again for watching.